Good morning, everybody. Today I wanted to talk to you about the types of supply or the type of supply that the narcissist values the most. Is it even possible for the narcissist to value a type supply? Yes, there is. There is a type of supply that they do value. And that is the loyal type of supply. That's the type of supply that they can always fall back on. Now, they do like the primary source of supply, the empath that's a primary source, but what is the reason they like the primary source? It's because their type of fuel, the ability that they have to draw off of them because they're good fuel. But also a lot of times the empath is very loyal to the narcissist. But that's not what I want to talk about right now. What I want to talk about is another type of supply that the narcissist is loyal or they value. And that would be the type of supply that they can always fall back on. So when they leave you, they always have somebody to fall back on. It's generally speaking the individual that they would go back to in between your breakup with the narcissist. And in the future, somebody else's breakup with a narcissist. You see, every relationship ends with the narcissist, and the narcissist is able to come and go with this individual. And this individual is a toxic individual as well. They're a big enabler of the narcissist, yes, but typically they are possibly a narcissist as well. What the narcissist really enjoys and likes is somebody who enables them. So who would enable a male narcissist? Is mainly his mother, and for a female it's going to be everybody. A lot of times she's treated like a queen and everybody will just pamper her because they don't want to feel her wrath. And so when it comes to, for instance, a female narcissist, if they're with a primary source supply, when I'll break up, then she has a fallback individual that always is there for her. They are typically in a relationship as well. And the narcissist likes this because they like to cheat on their partner, and they like to also, they get off on being with another partner who's cheating on their partner. They really enjoy the duping of individuals, the secrets that they have, and the effect that they can have on somebody. So if they can draw somebody away from their partner to spend time with the narcissist, for instance, then they feel value in that. They feel power and control, and they also feel the value because they always have a fail-safe with this individual. And it will get to a point where they will tell you at some point in time, and you've probably heard this, that they're friends, and it's always somebody of the opposite sex. They're always going to have it of the opposite sex. They use them for triangulation, and they'll say they're just friends with them, but the narcissist can never be platonic friends with anybody, especially of the opposite sex. So that's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you that they've been through a lot with this person, and maybe they dated in the past, but now they're just friends, and they're never going to leave your life, and you're just going to have to deal with it. But what you need to know is, of course, they're sleeping with this individual often. And anytime that they leave you, they will go to that individual and they will be with them. Typically, what their steady partnership would be is if they can find a primary source supply, empath, and then another narcissist. And a lot of times what you'll find is their cycle would be them with you, and then when you guys break up, they would go back to that fallback narcissist that's toxic and an enabler as well, and spend time with that individual. And then when you heal up or something, they'll come back to you, or you call out for them because you're trauma bonded and you're reaching out. Then they'll come back to you, and then that will be mainly their cycle with tertiary supplies all throughout between all relationships, because they're always cheating and they're always on dating sites, and they always have 5 different profiles on dating sites, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. This is kind of like how it works, and they will typically defend this individual. First, they'll talk about this individual, they'll triangulate you with this individual, they'll also defend this individual. And if you were to, for instance, say something negative about this individual, they will come down on you very hard because they will back that individual up. And that's to say that they're allowed to speak bad about them or however they want, but you are not. Now, you're never even going to meet this individual, because if you were to meet, you'll never be friends with this, and you wouldn't like this individual anyway. And this individual would never like you because you both feel like you're dating her. Or if this is two females, it would be him, you know. So that's kind of how it goes. They value supply that they can always fall back on. That's always going to enable them and pamper them or be there for them. It's that loyal supply. It's the supply that's loyal to them. Another thing is when you think that they don't get their reaping what they're sowing or their karma, it's kind of built into their system already. You're going to have to understand that there's never going to be a good relationship for them, and they're all going to end. They always end. That's why they're always in cycles, and they have self-sabotage built into it, because you could either be good or bad. There's no in between with them. There's no gray area, and they don't last very long. They're throwing their bodies to everybody that wants them. And when you ride on a level of pride and you have no love, you're in a mode of idolatry, and you're in rebellion against God, basically. And with all that said, in the system of this world, whether you see it or not, you have to know that they're always an inferior individual because of the way that they act and operate. They use people, misuse people. They're fake to everybody. They don't even know their self because they cannot go inside, because really they have built nothing in there. And whatever was in there innately, they shut down. So that's why they have to wear the mask. They have to look out here. And out here is always toxic. Meaning, like, there could be good people out here, but generally speaking, we're in a sinful world. And all of this out here is going to be, you know, lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. I mean, for the most part, you're going to find good people. You want to find a good individual. You're going to hear some good things and good teachings and get good knowledge from people, yes. But a lot of times, everything that you need, God has put inside of you. That you really have everything that you need. Everything good that you need is going to come from inside. It's not going to ever come from outside. And when you're seeking from outside validation and you're drawing fuel off people because you cannot produce it yourself, because you have given up the tools or lost the tools, because you have lost your soul to never get it back, man. I mean, these individuals have really gone over the edge. And a lot of times, as much as you want to help them, you just can't help them. They're very destructive individuals, and they live a life of sorrow, of running around to seek shelter for their codependency all the time. As much as they look like they're independent, they're not independent at all. They're the most codependent individuals on the face of the earth. And when you walk in a spirit of pride, you can never have peace, and you can never have joy. And pride is to cover up all of their fears. It's just to compensate and to regulate all of the evil and all of the fear that's going on inside of them. They will never truly smile. They will never truly understand and feel love for themselves. They will never understand long suffering, and they will never understand true loyalty. So the best thing you could do is walk away, because they're never going to give up this third individual. It's always going to be a tripod relationship, and a lot of times there's going to be a fourth and a fifth out there hanging on for when the moment is right. You got to understand that the narcissist likes to put everybody in competition for them, and you can't live like that. It'll burn you out, and you shouldn't have to compete for love. True humanity doesn't compete for love. You either like what you have and accept it for what it is, what that individual, who that individual is, and agree to live a life with them after a long period of time getting to know them, and expect that they may never change, and you're okay with that. You can never go into a relationship expecting somebody to change. You have to accept what at day one you have. And I think that's a lot of the problem that people end up in, is where they get into a relationship thinking, well, this person will change. They say they're going to, or this is just temporary. It's not, okay? However you met an individual, chances are that they may never change. And if you cannot accept that this is who they are and things may never get any better than this, if you can't accept that, then don't go into a relationship with them, because chances are, if you do get into a relationship with them, down the road, you're gonna find yourself doing it all over again, because it's gonna end. Because you weren't happy with how the situation started, and you had expectations, and you can never have expectations when you get into a relationship with somebody. You have to kind of accept for who they are at the moment you meet them, and if they were to never change, does that satisfy you? And if you say yes, then continue. That's somebody right for you. But if you're going to expect for them to change and to evolve into something else because they tell you, or because the circumstances are going to change soon, either financially or location-wise, then you're already starting in a relationship on the wrong foot. So who they value the most is who's loyal to them, what they consider loyalty, somebody that's always going to be there on the back burner, ready to take them back whatever relationship they are in fails. And they'll always be there. They will always be in contact with them, and they will always be cheating on this individual when they're with you. So even if they tell you that contact is ended, see, the problem also with the empath is we have heard every lie in the book from the narcissist, and then we still go to the narcissist expecting to hear the truth from them. Don't ask them any questions, because you're never going to get the truth from the narcissist. You're gaslighting yourself to even think that. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that helps somebody out there. If you can give me a like, a subscription, and a thumbs up. Till next time, soldier up. We out.